Welcome to PG-DND. I'm your host and dungeon master, Tyson Child, and we're excited to have you join us as we journey through the dreaded lands of Barovia in our rendition of the legendary campaign, Curse of
Let's
Strahd.
go.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We're excited to have you. We if you like what we do here, we also have another session, another season, more so, of Heroes of Theros, where Jefferson is the dungeon master. So if you want to go watch him DM, go watch that. Also, it's great. Just go watch it. But speaking of which, I'd like to introduce our players that are joining us for this campaign, starting off with Jefferson.
Hi, I'm Jefferson, and I will be playing Silas Grimhawk, a mysterious gunslinger.
And
Is it-
I'm, I guess it's my turn.
We're
moving
fluidly.
Yep, I like it.
Did I do mine right?
yeah, you're good.
Okay.
My name's Zane. I play Vilix Thrawn, who is a little tiefling boy with gold skin, and he is a wild magic sorcerer.
And I am Connor, and for this campaign I will be playing Zeno Zing, a fey creature, bard. Very excited.
Awesome. We're so excited. And before we get started, we just want to thank a few people. These are not sponsors, but they've provided some amazing products and they deserve a shout out. So, first off, we want to thank James RPG Art, who provides a lot of art that we'll have featured throughout the campaign. He does amazing work, and we're excited to show some of his talent off in our show. You can support him on Patreon, and that gives you access to a huge library of some amazing art and videos. He actually has 60 plus pieces of work that are just dedicated to Curse of Strahd, so we will be utilizing a lot of those, and we're super excited for that.
Yeah.
But he also has other settings and things like that on top of that, so go check him out. We also want to do a special shout out and a thanks to Tabletop Audio. He provides all of the music and sound effects that you're going to be listening to as we play. He's also very talented, and we're very excited to introduce music back into our gameplay. If you listen to Theros, we sadly had to cut out music, and we're very excited to bring it back. So thank you to Tabletop Audio. His is a free service, and just go to tabletopaudio.com and you can check out him, support him on Patreon as well. We'll have both of the links to them in the description below. Are you guys excited to play?
I'm so ready. Ready.
I've been waiting
Heck
for a
yeah.
long time to play this.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's begin. Silas. Wake up in a shallow grave, dead. Ash covers the ground around you. You remember nothing. Faint whispers of the past slowly slip away from your memory. Your body is nothing more than bone. You wear tattered clothes. Your gun lay in concealed. In the back of your mind rings the phrase, "Don't forget our bargain." What
Who
do you
said
do?
that? I kind of look around. Hello, who said that?
You hear nothing in return.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of just check and see if I've got all my gear, which would namely include my lever action rifle and my two revolvers.
Yeah, and your gun, your lever action's on your back, and your guns, your two handguns are sitting right in front of you.
Okay. I kind of wait for a minute, looking around, make sure nothing's gonna surprise me, and then I'm gonna stand up. What's around me?
You see around you what appears to be a burned down building, some sort of farmhouse. out in the middle of a desert,
Okay.
and it's kind of stopped burning, but the ashes are still falling. The smoke is still kind of in the air.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to this building. Did you say there's nobody around? Like it's just quiet?
What's happening?
Yeah, there's no one around.
Okay.
You, as you kind of wander around, you find a few bodies
Okay.
that are laying. They're half burned. People who've passed away.
Okay. I'm gonna look for any sort of thing that would like denote identity, if that makes any sense. Whether it be like a belt buckle or stuff like that.
Okay. Where are you looking? Are you inside
I'm
of the
looking.
building or on the outside
No,
of the building?
I'm gonna be on the inside of the building. I'm particularly gonna be. I don't think I'd pick up any of the bodies, but I would sort of use the butt of my rifle to move debris around in order to look for clues as to who might have lived here, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. So you see, it's kind of a smaller building,
Mhm.
but you kind of move through some furniture and some things that are well burned and no longer usable. There's some metal scraps, and you actually find what appear to be 3 bodies inside the house of varying size. One you can assume was an adult, and the 2 are pretty small. You can maybe think were younger people of some sort.
Okay. Yeah. I look around and I call out again. Hello? Is there anyone there?
And you just hear the crackle of embers
Okay.
off in the distance.
I'm gonna look for west and and head that direction.
Okay. You continue walking, and you are just out in the desert, similar to what we're looking through.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just walk probably until nightfall and then make camp.
Okay. Perfect. And we're gonna do a little time jump here.
Okay.
How long would you say it's been?
Probably a couple weeks.
Okay.
I'd say of me wandering this desert landscape.
Okay. And so you find yourself in a small canyon cave, like you said, where you've set up camp. This has kind of been your home for the last little bit, but you, for these last few weeks, have not seen any living thing. Not even many bugs, not even many small animals. Nothing really is around you. A few bushes and things like that, but nothing living for weeks.
Hmm.
Do you have any sort of nightly routine that you go through as the sun begins to set?
Yes. I would sit at the edge of my cave, and I would look up at the stars as sort of the desert night sky with the very many stars. Sorry. Up here above me. And before it gets too dark, I would probably pull out a small picture that I had found up tucked in my hat, and take it out. And on one side is a faded picture of a woman, probably her mid to late 20s, with blonde hair, wearing a blouse and a dress, standing in front of what appears to be a fence. And I'm going to flip that picture over and read the back. as I'm staring up at the stars right before the sun, sets completely. And on the back it reads, "To my guiding star, may your light always shine the brightest amidst the shadows. Eternally yours, A." And as the sun slips away, I would tuck that back into my hat and sort of stare out into the stars and prop myself against the cave wall and hope and just wish that I could maybe sleep tonight, unlike the other nights.
Okay. And as you're sitting here, hoping for any sort of rest that you haven't been able to receive, you almost find yourself caught away in a vision. You don't know if it's a dream, you don't know if it's real, but you find yourself whisked away to somewhere that you've never been. You're in a large tent with a multicolored woven rug under your feet. There are ribbons of various cloth hanging from the ceiling. An intricate desk sits in front of you. Sitting on the other side is an old woman with the wisdom of an ancient oracle. She wears a colorful silk shawl. She gestures for you to sit in the chair opposite of her. Please, sit.
I kind of stand staring at her for a minute and then moving my dusty long coat, ragged and torn, sort of out of the way of my right hip, revealing my gun there in its holster. I don't pull it out, but I sort of rest my hand on my belt above it. And I sit down, facing her. Who are you? And where am I?
Well, I am Madam Eva. I've brought you here to my tent to ask for your help, to show you of your destiny. I need you to save my land from a great evil known as the tyrant Count Strahd von Zarovich. He has been a curse upon my land for longer than you will ever know. But I believe that you will be part of a solution to cure my land. And then you see, as she pulls out a deck of cards, and she kind of shuffles them in her hands and lays them out on the table. She runs her hand over the top of them and stops on a card, sliding it forward towards you. This card, they will tell me of the future that lies ahead of you. And she grabs the rest of the cards and tucks them away and has a single card out in front of you.
Well, look, I don't really know. I don't think you got the right guy. I don't know anything about no Baron, or magic, or destinies. Quite frankly, I don't even know if I'm really real. So maybe you just send me back and get the next one.
You are Silas Grimhawk, are you not? I believe I have the right one.
How did you know my name?
I know many things. I know many things about your future. I know many things about your past. But
when she says that, oh, sorry.
No, go
when
for
she
it.
says that, I kind of like scoot to the edge of my seat. My past? You know about my past? Can you tell me what do you know?
Well, and she kind of leans forward. I know that it has led you here to me, and I know that it will lead you on your destiny. Aside from that, it does not matter what you know and what you don't. All things will come in due time. And she kind of leans back. Would you like to know what this card has in store for you?
I kind of look around at the tent around me. Not really looking for a way out, but sort of taking in the fact that, again, this doesn't feel real. And I say, I guess.
She kind of gives a chuckle. Excellent. And she reaches her kind of thin hand forward and flips the card over. Oh, the broken one. That is interesting. You, Silas, have a complicated past. Your body and mind have been broken and left behind. However, in your future, I see answers to your questions. I see fixes to your problems. I see love for the loveless. The broken one may have the opportunity to heal. And she slides the card towards you. Keep this.
And I sort of reach my hand out slowly, keeping my eyes on her to make sure she doesn't make any sudden moves.
Mm-hmm.
And I pick it up and kind of hold it up. Say, thanks. And I sort of go to put it in my pocket and then remember. And I go for my chest pocket in my vest and pull out a deck of cards with what appears to be a hole straight through it, a little singed, the edges of that hole. And I see if it fits inside that box.
Yeah, and it fits.
Okay.
Almost perfectly as you slide it in.
Well, what do you know? And then I put that back in my pocket. So, what was that you were saying about my past?
All things will come in due time, I promise you. But for now, you will know what you need to know. You will also find others who will help you along your journey. I have more that I need to tell you, but you must visit me here at the Tesser Pools located in my land. My traveling party camps there near the falls. If you wish to achieve your full potential and to fulfill your destiny as stated by the card, you must come to my land and find me. Follow the mist. Lift the curse. Save Barovia. And just then, you are snapped back into your cave. And you wake up. And the fire is dwindling. But you're back.
I'm gonna just immediately go for my deck of cards and open it up to see if the card is in there.
And as you open up the cards, you see amidst all of your white cards, there is one single black-rimmed card.
Well, I'll be. Yeah, I mean, I think I just wait until morning comes unless I look around and see if she mentioned something about mist. So I think I'm going to look around and see if there's any mist in this canyon.
Okay. And as you look around, actually coming from the back of your cave, you see something there that wasn't there when you slept, but a thin layer of mist kind of growing out from the darkness.
Well, that can't be good. I pick up my rifle and pick up my hat, put it on, and why not? And I just start walking deeper into the cave towards the mist.
Okay. And as you do so, the mist begins to grow thicker and thicker, and soon it envelops you entirely. And what once was cave wall soon melts away. And as the mist begins to slowly fade, you find yourself surrounded by tall, black, dead trees. Through the trees, you can see the moon, barely visible through thick clouds. But you feel more alone here than you felt your entire few weeks in the cave. Now we're going to switch over to Vilix. Vilix, you find yourself in an orphanage, just like all of the other ones that you've been in. And you've been living here for a few weeks at this point. And you have a spot that you like to go to that's off in the grove of trees, and it's quiet, and you're alone. And that's where you find yourself. The smell of wildflowers fill the air. The sound of the wind blowing through the leaves emanates around you. It's peaceful. But suddenly, you hear voices coming. You recognize them as Thornton, Milton, and Edvin. And you hear them say, "Where's that little fire starter freak?" as they begin coming closer.
This is so amazing. I'm so happy to. Is the music good for everybody?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to check.
So sorry, guys.
No, you're good. There's our little orphanage. Vilix off in the little trees.
I would just stay quiet and hope that they don't come over to me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Okay. That is a 14.
Okay. So you...
Sorry,
you
13.
Oh, 13? Okay.
My bad. Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good. So you kind of get into a spot where you feel pretty good, right? Like you kind of go into these trees, this little brush area. But as you're getting in, your knee snaps a twig. And you hear him say, "He's over here. Let's go and get him." And soon these three boys, not much older than you, but they're much larger than you, and they come into your grove, and they say, "Where are you, you little freak?" And one of them says, "Yeah, why don't you go back to the 9 hells where you came from?"
Hey guys. It's not really nice.
Yeah, well, tell that to the last orphanage that you burned down, huh? Was that very nice to you?
Listen, I didn't do that.
Well, that's not what
That wasn't me.
what I heard. Yeah, I heard that he killed his parents too. Yeah, why don't we just teach him a lesson here, so that we don't have to go through what he's put everyone else through, huh? And you
Listen,
see
guys,
these boys.
Why can't we just be friends?
You see these boys gearing up to fight you, right? And they say,
Yep.
"We'll never be your friend. You'll just drag us down to the first hell with your parents, huh?" Yeah, that's probably why he shaves his horns too. Make himself look a
No, I
little
don't.
bit more
They
human.
grow like this. I don't do that. They just come in like this.
Yeah, sure. You and every other tiefling, huh? Ha ha. And they kind of laugh. And then the larger one's going to step forward and he's going to kind of push you.
Okay.
Give you a little kick.
I push him back.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a strength, an opposed strength check. Man, my dice are kind of on fire right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry.
I got a 12.
Okay, yeah, he totally like you go up to push him, but between the three of them, you know, they shove you back down on the ground and they start kicking dirt at you. They say maybe this will put out the fire, and they start kicking dirt at you, and they're just pushing you more.
Felix just takes it, I guess.
And then you hear him say, one of them goes, "Hey, where's his little mouse friend? Maybe we can take care of that too."
No, don't touch Squeaks. He's not here right now. I left him back at the orphanage.
Sure you did. We've never seen you go anywhere without him. Where is he?
I'm telling you, I don't have him.
Come on. And one the larger one that pushed you down, he's gonna kind of sit on you and pat you down.
My goodness, you are so heavy. Have you been eating more food?
What do
Looking
you
more
calling me?
lately?
What do you mean?
I think you know what I'm calling you.
Well, why don't you just say it again? See what happens.
How about, is he still on top of him?
Yeah, he's kind of sitting on you.
Oh, shoot. You are a fat, giant grease monkey.
And he's going to kind of glare at you, and he's going to ball his fist, and he's going to go to punch you. Now, I'm going to say that both of you are technically prone, so I'm not going to give any of them advantage. Man. 18 versus AC.
Yeah, definitely hits.
Okay. He kind of punches you, and you just for flavor's sake, he punches you. You take a couple damage, and then the other one goes, "Yeah, show him who's boss." Would you like to do anything?
Yes. I'm going to. Is the woods close by? Or are we in the woods, kind of?
Like, yeah, you would be on like the outskirts,
outskirts
of the woods.
All right.
But it definitely gets thicker as you go back in.
Okay. I cast. Is it prestidigitation, or you can make sounds and noises, right?
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I cast prestidigitation, and what they hear out in the woods is a big, gnarly growl.
Okay.
In order to intimidate them, to get them to run away.
Okay. Now go ahead and roll me an intimidation check with advantage, because that's very, very good. Just to see how scared they are.
16.
16. Okay.
Yep.
You see, as his eyes grow big, and he looks off into the woods. He's like, "Oh, maybe he brought a friend or something." And you see one of the kid takes off. He says, "I'm not sticking around for this." And the other one kind of says, "Yeah, me too." And they all are actually quite terrified, and they run away. And as they're leaving, they say, "You freak! You brought the monsters right to us!" As they continue to just run back to the orphanage.
Yeah, you better run. Get out of here. And then Vilix is gonna run into the forest.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's kind of walking, he's gonna look into he has a little pouch on his shirt or on his jacket, and he pulls out a little mouse. He squeaks. We got him real good, didn't we? And then Vilix just keeps running into the woods.
Okay. And soon it becomes kind of night. Would you stay out here in the woods and sleep, or would you go back to the orphanage? What would you like to do?
He's gonna stay out here and sleep.
Okay.
Just find yeah.
Okay, so you find like a tree or something, you kind of prop yourself against it and rest. Is there anything that you would do as a nightly routine?
Yeah, just talk to Squeaks, my little mouse. And I pull out like a little piece of bread and stick it in my pocket and give it to him.
And Squeak seems very happy. He loves the bread.
Of course he does. Squeaks loves bread.
Okay, and as you sit there, you soon find yourself dozing off with little Squeaks in your pocket. And then as you slowly fall into a dream, you find yourself whisked away to a magical room, one filled with color and light and music coming from the back outside of this tent. And you see an old woman sitting in front of this desk. And she gestures to the chair in front of you and she says, "Please, take a seat."
Okay. Is this a dream? Am I asleep right now? Or are we... I don't know. This is crazy. I don't know what's going on.
"Well, little Vilix, it could be whatever it is that you want it to be."
That's nuts. That sounds a lot like a dream, though. So, that's what I'm going to tell myself.
And she looks at you and she smiles and she says, "You are such a wonderful little soul. Always so happy and joyful. Now please."
All the other kids tell me I don't have a soul.
"Well, you can tell those other kids that they don't know what they're talking about. Everyone
Yeah,
has a soul."
I agree.
Now, I know who you are, but you do not know who I am. So let me introduce myself. I am Madam Eva, and she kind of gives a bow to you. And I've brought you here to tell you of your destiny, to ask you to help solve a curse that has been put on my land. A curse brought upon a very, very bad man who has been around for a very long time. And I believe that you, along with others, will be able to get rid of this curse that has been towering over my land for so long.
All right. I don't really know much about curses, but I'll try.
Well, you will learn. But first, may I read your destiny?
Yeah, sure. I guess I don't know a lot about curses. I do know some swear words, though.
Yes. Well, maybe keep those to yourself for now, little one, okay?
Okay. Are you sure they're good ones?
Yes, I'm quite sure. And she pulls out this deck of cards and she shuffles them. And again, she lays them out in front of you, waves her hand over the top of them and stops on a single card, sliding it forward, cleaning up the rest of the deck. She says, "This card," as she points to it, "this card will tell you of your destiny. It will tell you of what you have to gain by helping me, what your future holds." And then she flips it over. And she kind of gives a little chuckle and she says, "Oh, of course. The innocent. Is that not fitting? You, Vilix, are somewhat of a blank canvas when it comes to the path of right and wrong. Your past has seen much darkness, but there is always light to those who look. In your destiny, I see paths that have the potential to shape more, much more, than just your life. Innocence in darkness can dim or shine. It is your fate to discover what may come. Now," she slides the cards forward, "remember this. You may keep the card.
I can keep it.
Yes, it is yours. It is your destiny. Of course you can keep it."
Destiny. I like the sound of that. And he picks up the card and he puts it in the same pocket that he has Squeaks in, and he says, "Squeaks, don't chew on this. It is my destiny, so I kind of need it." And tucks it in there.
Oh, I love that. And then she turns to you and she says, "I believe that you will bring much hope to this dreadful, dreadful land. But along your journey, you will find others who will help you. They will be there to guide you, to lead you, to protect you, and you them at times. But you must find me at the Tesser Pools. That is where my party camps. Now please, follow the mist.
The mist.
Yes.
Okay.
It will bring you to my land of Barovia. And it will help you find those who need you."
And a swimming pool? Is it with the swimming pool is?
Yes, the Tesser Pool.
Okay.
It is there. If you wish, when you join, you may go swimming. But for now, you search for those other ones, okay, little one?
Okay. I can do that. Before I go, do you have any sneaks that I could have? Like a sneak?
Do you wish for food or snakes?
Not snakes. Snakes. You know, like a food, yeah.
Oh, yes, yes. Let me see what I have.
I don't really like snakes.
Yes, I don't either. I thought you were going to pull some joke on me. She kind of grabs him. She says, "I have these little berries." And she kind of hands you this bowl of a dark blue berry.
Thank
She
you
says,
very
"You may
much.
have some of these. They are quite
I'll-
good."
Pull it in my pocket for Squeaks. Don't get that on a card. Don't need berry juice on my destiny.
She turns to you and she smiles and she says, "I look forward to meeting you." And as she says that, you jolt awake in a cold sweat as you're leaning against this tree. And you feel on your chest, not only is Squeaks eating something, but you feel the imprint of a card in your pocket.
I'll take it out and make sure it's in there.
Yeah. And it's in there, and it might have just a little bit of berry juice on it from Squeaks. He's kind of messy, but
Squeaks! I told you that's my destiny. Inconsiderate little mouse.
and then just then, as you sit there, you hear an explosion and screaming and crashing coming from the distance back towards the orphanage.
Okay. I'd look around to see if I can see like what's going on over there. Like maybe make my way towards it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And as you kind of make your way, there's a little bit of a clearing that you can find, and you look down and you see the orphanage is on fire, and you see figures of some kind, these dark figures running around outside of the orphanage, some large and some small, and they're screaming, and they appear to be chasing each other. What would you like to do?
Figures chasing each other. I don't think I'm gonna go down there. Should we go down there, Squeaks? I don't think so either. It looks kind of scary.
Okay.
And then it's not like I had much back there, so I guess we'll just look for the next orphanage. Apparently, that one's kind of.
Okay, and as you are deciding this with Squeaks to leave this poor orphanage to ruin,
To burn down.
you hear a loud ow coming from the orphanage, and you hear as these screams begin to slowly fade as more howling comes, and then suddenly it's silent, and you see as these dark figures move away from the burning building and head towards you.
Holy crap. Let's get out of here, Squeaks. And just books it in the other direction.
Okay. And as you continue on, you hear this howling and this sound of thunder almost drawing closer and closer to you. You know that these things, whatever they are faster than you, and they're slowly catching up.
Okay. I'm gonna find a good-sized tree, climb up into it, and try to stay out of eyesight from them.
Okay. And you would have a few rounds to kind of set something up, but go ahead and roll me a stealth check just to see how good you're able, like a good spot that you're able to find. And go ahead and do it with advantage given the time.
Heck yeah. Vilix is a stealthy boy. Got a 15.
Okay.
I'll use my childlike agility to climb into a tree.
Okay. And as you sorry, can you guys just real quick, you guys can't see my dice, can you?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I just don't want to annoy you with all of my rolls. Okay. And as you climb up into this tree, you hope and you pray that it's enough. And you see as these figures that once were just in the distance begin to come closer and closer until they're running past your tree. You see these dark figures of fur and muscle run past you. Some of them appear to be carrying something of some kind as these limp figures bounce with their running.
Is it children?
And they run past you into the woods, where there is now a large wall of mist that was not there before. And then it's silent again. And all you hear is the wind blowing through the trees, the birds chirping in the distance, and the fire of the orphanage behind you. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I definitely just stay up in that tree.
Okay. And as you sit there, this wall of mist slowly crawls towards you. And as it begins to come closer and closer, before you know it, you are enveloped in this dark, thick mist that's almost like smoke. And then it's gone. As quickly as it came, it's gone. But you're no longer in a tree filled with bright green leaves, but you find yourself in a black, dead tree. And standing below you, you see a figure wearing a hat of some kind.
Oi, hey,
I'm assuming it's me.
It's you, Silas, yeah.
I look around and scan the tree line around me while leveling my lever action, and I say, "Who said that? Where are you?"
Are you here to steal me?
Could I tell where the voice is coming from?
Yeah, you know that it's coming up from this tree.
Okay, I turn around quickly and I point this rifle at you. What'd you
And
say?
Vilix, do you want to describe what Silas sees and vice versa?
Sure. Yeah. Silas, you would see a little boy, about 10 years old. He's a tiefling. He has gold skin. He has red eyes, pointy little ears, like a tiefling would have. Really messy hair with like a brown jacket with holes and patches all in it. And he has burn marks all over the palms of his hands. And that's pretty much that's Vilix. Oh, sorry. One other thing. He has horns on the front of his forehead, and they are filed down.
Do you have a tail?
He does have a tail. Yeah.
Okay. Because Jefferson knows what a tiefling is, but Silas does not know what a tiefling is. So, and you look down, and not quite apparent at very first, you notice a slenderly built figure about 6 feet tall. He wears a black hat with a faded blood red band. It's very, very rugged and old, well worn. He has a dark gray duster over top a just plain white knit shirt, along with trousers, brown trousers, all of which are just not quite a patchwork, but just have holes all through them in various places. Looks well worn, but also looks like something put holes through them. And he has in his hands a long, thin, looks like a club, but he's holding the club end to his shoulder, and it's got the metal end pointing to you. And when you're looking at that, you see his hands, you notice first, are bony. They look like skeletal hands. And then peering down the lengths of this contraption, you see a skull as a face staring back at you. Not quite bleached white, faded yellow a little bit, like an off-white. And then he has salt and pepper hair tucked beneath his hat that is slicked back in not quite shoulder length, a little bit shorter than that. You can tell it's pretty greasy too. You a friend or not? The other.
First off, you are one crazy looking guy.
Ditto, kid.
You
I
have
answer
like,
the question.
you have like bones for a face.
Yeah, and you got a tail and horns. Now tell me, are you a friend or not?
Well, I guess, yeah, we can be friends. I'm Vilix.
Right.
Vilix Thrawn.
Okay. What are you doing up in
And-
that tree, Vilix?
Maybe I like to climb trees. And then
Fair
also
enough.
maybe I was up here because I thought someone was going to steal me.
Steal you?
Yeah. Orphans get stolen all the time.
Ah,
So
you're
I'm an orphan. Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's alright. It's always been like that.
Oh, and I kind of put my rifle down. Well, looks like I was right.
About?
None of this is real. And I just we're on a road right now.
Yes.
And I just kind of look down a direction of the road, just to the right of me, whatever direction that takes me. And I just start walking.
Okay. And just now, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to move over to Zeno. Now, Zeno, you find yourself in a green, lush forest. Floating lights dance around you in the distance. The smell of incense floats in the air. You are meditating, like you often do. What does this look like?
So, as I'm beginning, or as I'm in this meditation, I have spider guts smeared around my eyes. I have incense burning. I have a toad next to me, all pinned down, almost like a dissection. And my eyes are completely blacked over. And I am just taking deep breaths through my 2 slits for nostrils and giving my best attempt to commune with whatever this entity is that I'm trying to reach out to.
Okay. And as you're sitting there in this trance, one that you've done many a times, you find yourself whisked away. You open your eyes and you are in a different place. You find yourself in, again, this colorful tent with lights glowing all around you and multicolored lanterns. You see a desk sitting in front of you with an old woman, very well dressed in bright colors. And she says, "Please, take a seat."
It worked. Are you the one that I've been searching for?
Well, not quite. But I am the one that you have found.
Interesting. Unexpected. And I will wrap my long, spindly fingers around this chair, and instead of like stepping around it, I want to just bring my knees up and over the chair and sit down into it. And as I sit down, my knees are almost up to my shoulders, kind of like an eagle roosting on a nest.
She looks at you and she says, "Well, Zeno, it is good to meet you. I am Madam Eva."
Never heard of you.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to. But I've brought you here not to answer your questions, not to offer you relief to your prayers, but to show you of your destiny, to show you where your answers may be found, where your knowledge may be received.
As she speaks the words destiny and knowledge and answers, my reptilian-looking ears, which is basically just a hole, open up just slightly more as she catches my attention. Do go on, please. You've piqued my interest.
Good. Well, there is one who I must tell you about first. This one is a Count Strahd von Zodovich. He rules my land with an iron fist. And I need you to help to break his curse, to free this land from his tyranny. And if you do this, you will find your destiny. You will find what you seek. And she pulls out a deck of cards. Are you familiar with the cards?
Oh, very much so. I personally don't practice it, but I have many associates, friends who do.
Yes, I thought as much. And she pulls out this deck of cards and again shuffles them, lays them in front of you, waves her hand over until she finds the one that feels right and slides it forward. Then you should be familiar with, and she cleans them up, that these cards, they tell you of your future. They tell you of your past. And through the cards, we shall know what it is that you have in store for you.
I must say I'm quite impressed with you, and I'm not easily impressed. You have much power to be able to pull me from my realm to yours as I gesture around to her tent. Please, go on.
Yes. Your card. As she flips it over. Oh. That is not a card I get very often. The Anarchist. Now,
Lucky me.
yes. Now, Zeno. Fire and deceit lay in your past and future. The Anarchist is unpredictable, a wild card that is swayed only by the whims of the now. But There is predictability in chaos. Your destiny holds many outcomes, but one can be seen. You will achieve that which you desire. But remember, with desire comes unpredictability. And she slides the card forward. You may keep this. And remember what it means.
Do I have a choice in this matter?
You always have a choice. But your choice is to fulfill what you desire or to continue on the path that you lay in now. And I have a feeling that you desire much, and those desires will be through this card.
Oh, how correct you are. I have many desires. And to be honest, I've been getting a bit bored with my current circumstances. How soon do you need me in your land, which is called what, if I may ask?
Yes, well, my land is called Barovia, and you will be needed very soon. I will need you by tomorrow's nightfall.
Tomorrow I'll have to make some arrangements, but it could be done. It could be done. We could accomplish it. Yes, we could.
Good. Well, I hope that you, with your unpredictability, may bring a different outcome to my land than as seen in the past. But I must say that you will find others who will help you. You must find them and join them on this quest. Only together will you be able to get what you want, get what you desire, and you will find them through the mist. When you enter into my land, I have more that I need to tell you. So please, find me at the Tesser Pools, where my party camps. There I will tell you more of this destiny. But first, find the mist, find your friends, and save Barovia.
Friends, we love friends, as he kind of begins to shake with excitement. I will do what I can. I will put things in place. We will make it happen.
Good. Now, go. Do what you need to. And I will see you shortly. And just then, you snap back as you sit on the ground, back in your forest. The incense flows through the air. And you find that it is very dark in the nighttime.
Can I tell if I pop out of my little hut? Can I tell about what time it is?
Yeah, it would be. You've probably been meditating for quite a while. It's maybe in a few hours going to be daytime.
Okay, I want to pull out why random music keeps playing. I apologize. It's just randomly happening. I would love to pull out my black leather-bound book that I have, my journal, and next to it I have a bunch of notes of things that have worked while meditating, and next to spider guts around the eyes, I would like to put a check. We had a breakthrough tonight. It worked better than I thought. Not what I expected, not what we expected, but it worked altogether. And I'll slap my book shut, and
you notice as you close the book, sticking out of the top of your book is a black card that reads "The Anarchist" across the top.
I'll pull it out with 2 fingers and kind of look at it. Interesting. That's new. We've never brought anything back with us. Very curious. And I'll just kind of like, almost like I would a coin, just kind of flip the card back and forth in my fingers and just do that until I eventually nod off and get some sleep for the night.
Okay. And you soon wake to the sun in your eyes, and you slept in a little bit due to a long night. But you know that you've got plenty of time to take care of what you need.
Excellent. As I wake up, I will begin to crawl out of this turtle shell that is my home, and I will begin to snap and stretch and extend all of my limbs, and when I bend my elbows, they might bend a little bit too far, and I will look around this camp and what is happening in the camp. Is everybody kind of going about their business?
Yeah. It seems like a fairly normal day. You see the hustle and bustle of what this camp normally does. As people walk around, they do the dishes, they make some food, they talk amongst each other.
I'd like to get out and go find my, we'll call him my number 2, Orthok, who is kind of helps me run things around the camp. And I will skitter up to him on all 4s, kind of extending my neck out. We had a breakthrough last night. It was not what I expected, but things are moving ahead.
Describe to me what Orthok looks like.
Let's see. Orthok is a black-scaled dragonborn. He is missing some fingers on his left hand. Pretty tall, kind of skinny though, and he has very ragged clothes, but wears a monocle to try to give him some semblance of power or importance.
Okay. And he turns to you and he says, I am so pleased that you had a breakthrough.
Yeah, the spider guts around the eyes was the perfect thing. Good suggestion, Orthok. You're learning.
Oh, yes. I am so glad.
If you could do me a favor and gather everybody up, I have a bit of an announcement for everyone.
Oh, yes. Yes, anything for you, as he kind of bows and backs up and goes around gathering everyone.
And I'll make my way to my little stage, which is a really shabby stage, but it's kind of dolled up to look elegant or important. And I'll kind of just crouch down there and wait for everybody to gather up.
Okay, and it takes a few minutes, but everyone gathers up and they're all here. And he says, "Everyone is here."
Very good, Orthok. Very good. Brothers and sisters, as I turn to the crowd that's gathered around. We had a breakthrough. We touched the other side, or the other side reached out to us. Things are moving ahead, but fortunately and unfortunately, I must go away for a bit. So, in the meantime, to our new friends, welcome. Learn what we have to teach. Help those who come after you to achieve their goals and their happiness. And to our old friends, we're relying on you to do the bidding of bringing new friends into our fold. Orthok's in charge. And we'll be back whenever we're back. That is all. And I'll kind of shoo everybody away. Get back to work.
Okay, and as you, this crowd kind of gathers around you as you leave the stage, and some of them thank you for your words. They thank you for your service. Some offer small gifts, some tidings of some kind, just simple things that seem to be made of string and just casual stuff around the camp.
I'll have a little bag, kind of like just a burlap bag that I'm just almost like a donation bag, taking everything in, and then I'll just tie it up, hook it onto my pouch so everybody can see I hooked it onto my pouch. And turn to everybody as I begin to walk into the forest, and I will just say, "Tally-ho, everyone," and I'll make my way into the forest. And when I get maybe, I don't know, 300, 400 yards into the forest, I'll just cut the bag off my waist and throw it into the bushes and then keep walking.
Okay. And as you begin to leave, you see a man standing just off from your camp, standing next to a horse. He is wearing a black studded leather armor and a well-kept trench coat over top.
It's okay. Nice, 13. As I throw this bag and turn around and he's right there, I'm just gonna be like, "Ugh, you shouldn't sneak up on somebody like that when they're taking care of personal matters. Who are you?"
I did not mean to bother you.
That accent is familiar. Where do you hail from, friend?
Well, I come from the land of Barovia, actually. But you've probably never heard of it.
No, never before. First
Yes,
time right now.
But I am Argyle. Or I am Argyle.
Aragorn.
And I come seeking, as he gestures to the camp, this here camp. I heard has someone who could be great value to me and my master.
And whom would your master be?
He is a very, very powerful man. He's the burgomaster of my town. His name is called Jan Idirovich.
Jan Edirovich. And what does he require or seek me out for? Does he wish to be friends? I love We love friends.
Yes. Actually, So you leader of a camp over here then?
Depends who's asking. Is that a good thing or a negative thing?
It is good thing. That means you're a man I look for.
Then yes, I'm the man you're looking for.
Good. Well, my master, who I said is very, very powerful man, he seeks help. Now,
What?
please, as he kind of pats his chest, he wrote a note for you, and he pulls out this letter, and he hands it to you, and it's sealed with a wax seal of a raven on the front.
Okay. I will take note of that and crack open this letter. As I do, can I just glance at this guy? Does he look like a normal person? Does he give me any like weird vibes, or is he like a normal human?
He's just a normal human.
Okay.
He doesn't appear to be anything else, which actually would probably be uncommon with where you're from.
Yeah, in the middle of the Fae.
Yes. So it stands out a little bit, but he appears to be just a human.
Interesting. I will take this letter. As beautiful as all that cursive is, I'm just going to go ahead and read it in the normal
just
text.
read the normal text.
Hail to thee of might and valor, I, a lowly servant of Barovia, send honor to thee. How touching. We plead for thy so desperately needed assistance. Intriguing. The love of my life, Irina Kaliana, has been affected by an evil so deadly that even the good people of our village cannot protect her. She languishes from her wound, and I would have saved her from this menace. There is much wealth in this community. I offer all that might be had to thee and thy fellows if thou shalt but answer my desperate plea. Come quickly, for her time is at hand. All that I have shall be thine. Kalyan Idirovich, Burgomaster. Well, friend, I would be lying if I said you didn't pique my interest. How might I find this Barovia?
Well, if you follow this road, as he gestures behind him, you may be able to find some mist, and that will take you to my land. It's about a day's journey to his land.
Very interesting, very interesting. And where is your burgomaster from? Is there a name for his town?
Yes, it is the town of Barovia. Very, very beautiful place.
I think you mean the country, Barovia.
No, the town and the country have same name.
Makes it easy to remember, I suppose. Who am I to compare or criticize? Well, I suppose I could make other plans than what I was currently engaged with. Thank you. And I'll kind of tip the letter and then stick it down into my turtle shell.
I am just glad that I have met you. My
The
master
pleasure.
is very excited to meet you as well.
The pleasure is all yours, I assure you.
And he kind of like just, and then holds back for a sec.
Well, anyways, friend, it was an occasion for sure. We must be on our way, though.
All right. It was good to see you. I hope that someday we meet again.
I hope so as well. I have a feeling that destiny might intertwine us.
Yes. Destiny. Yes.
Tally ho.
Anyways.
Tally ho
Yes.
then. And I'll just kind of begin to slink backwards into the bushes and just kind of like go behind a tree and then just like skitter off into the bushes, like trying to be stealthy, but I'm just running with this big turtle shell around me.
And he
I
hops on
hate
his
your
hearse.
character.
What'd you say?
I said I hate your character.
We're gonna be great friends.
And he jumps on his horse and rides off.
Wonderful. Well, I suppose I will continue down that road looking for Mist.
Okay. And as you continue, you walk for a few hours, as the sun begins to sink, and as you're walking through again this beautiful forest filled with life and magic, you see Mist appear on the ground in front of you.
Wonderful. I'll take a big sniff of air and charge head first into this mist, trying to follow the path, or maybe not even the path, but carving my own path to find the thickest spots first.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited for whatever this land may hold.
And as you skitter through this mist, as it slowly crawls up you, you become enveloped in this darkness, this fog.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, just as quickly as it came, it leaves. And you find yourself in this dark forest. And you see ahead of you a thin, slender figure wearing some sort of a trench coat and a hat, walking in front of you.
Does this figure notice me?
I've got a passive perception of 14.
And what's your passive stealth?
What would it just be, like 10 plus my dexterity?
10 plus your
Stealth
mod.
11.
So you would hear some sort of commotion going on the back and behind you, whether you think that it's this is to Silas, whether you think that it's Vilix who was up in the tree or something else, you may not know, but there is some sort of commotion going on behind you.
I just, without turning back, and it's a duster, not a trench coat. Just gotta clarify that. Don't want people to get the wrong idea here. I also have spurs. I forgot to tell you that. Spurs and boots, and their spurs are like ting ting.
Very stealthy.
With every step I walk. I know I should roll with disadvantage on stealth checks now that I say I have spurs. And I just kind of call back without looking back and be like, "Look, kid, you can follow me if you want, but I don't know where I'm going."
I'm really sorry to tell all of you this, but I made a big mistake. I haven't been able to see or hear Connor for like the past half hour or however long he's been talking, because I made a mistake when trying to drag his little icon away, and I clicked hide, and I have no idea how to bring him back.
Okay, so in the bottom left, there's players. You see that? All of our dots.
In the bottom left, there's players. All of the dots.
Right click on Zeno.
I've been going through settings. I've been going through everything.
That's so
right
funny.
click on Zeno, and then you'll click.
That. I've tried. Right click on Zeno.
And then it'll say show user.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Show user.
Yeah, it doesn't pop up anything for me. It shows his name, but that's it.
Like when you right click, ask him if there's an open whisper box, user configuration.
What do you see when you right click?
When I right click, it like highlights his name. It like comes up in bold. And that's it.
Tell him to
There's no
put
option.
2 fingers on his
Doesn't pull up
keyboard
any
and
kind of
click it.
options.
Put 2 fingers on your keyboard and click it.
I
This is
swear.
prime content, by the way, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome,
Oh
everybody.
my
Look at this.
gosh.
There you go.
Get it?
I got it.
2 fingers for right click.
Yeah, 2 fingers. for
Connor,
right
it's good to
click.
see you.
It's good to see you too, dude. It's good to be
I
seen.
think the funniest part about
I'm
that
sorry,
whole
my
experience
face has just been like so like.
is,
I got my hacker face on the past.
I think
like, half hour.
the funniest part about the whole experience is me and Tyson are just patiently waiting as Connor is explaining how to fix it.
Yeah. You know, I didn't realize that until Tyson started saying it. Then I was like, oh yeah, he can't even hear me.
Yeah, me and Tyson were like,
I know,
and then
Connor,
Tyson
you-
finally jumped in.
You explained it so well. I was like, yeah, Zane, why don't you just right click on it?
Yeah, because I was
I
like,
was
like right click on my name down in the bottom left, and then click show user, and then you just
I
didn't
can't
even
see
say
it. It was
anything. It was
that
just
easy.
silent, and I was like, okay,
You know
but
what?
it makes sense.
We can move.
That's so funny.
That is so funny.
That's
All
amazing.
right.
Sorry, we can get back to
Okay,
it.
No,
so
you're good.
So Silas just said, you can go ahead and repeat yourself.
Said, look, kid, you can follow me if you want, but I don't know where I'm going.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go. Are you going to? I'm going to the swimming pools.
The what?
Yeah,
As I kind of stop and then turn.
It's where the
And
dream
now-
lady told me to go.
Now, Zeno, you now see this golden, devilish figure sitting up in a tree, speaking to this other figure.
And as I turn
And,
around,
and as you turn,
you
Silas,
see-
you see.
Okay,
Would you like to describe?
yes, I
Well,
would
no,
love
and
to.
He sees a skeleton. Sorry. What do you look like?
Okay, so the first thing that you see is a turtle shell that on the back has obelisk type pillars with runes and different symbols all over them. And coming out of the top where the neck should be, you see a very slender, odd-looking creature. You see very dark skin, 2 slits for a nose. You see the reptile ears, big bulbous eyes, and a very, very almost too cartoonish smile of a mouth that just extends a little bit too far, and a big smile with just sharp razor pointy teeth.
Of course.
And on my arms you see bandages wrapped around my body, and if you looked closely you would notice that I have pins and pieces of bone and other bits and bobs of pointy sharp objects that I have found along the way, stabbed through my skin, holding on these bandages.
Classy.
And as you turn around, I stand up through this turtle shell's neck, and I am a very tall, slender, creepy looking whatever I am, and I say, hello, friend.
I level my rifle at his face, and I say, hold on there.
What
We're
does it?
not friends.
What does
My
it?
friend.
What does it have in its hand? What is the thing?
You referring to me as the it there in that sentence.
Are you alive? You don't look alive.
Yeah,
You...
yeah. I mean, I've been, well, to be completely honest, I have no idea if. No, that's besides the point. Who are you?
We are.
This is a Henry repeating rifle. Come on.
Zeno
that.
Zing. Ever heard of us?
You and who?
Just
And I
me.
kind of look around for someone else. You and him? No, I ain't never heard of you two.
Who else are you referring to? And
Who else?
at this
were
point,
you
I will.
referring to?
Just myself. Why?
You said us.
So I
Oh,
did.
hmm.
And I'll kind of
Surprised at that one, huh?
extend my neck up, looking towards Vilix, and my neck stretches just a little bit too far, like an accordion.
You have a very
And
stretchy neck.
I do, and you have
Hey,
very
don't talk to him.
you
Don't-
have very
don't-
short horns for a tiefling.
Don't talk to. Nope.
Yeah.
What's your business?
Making friends. What's yours?
Not trusting mysterious freaks in the woods.
My business is making friends.
You
Don't.
like friends?
No,
I do.
What's your name?
Okay, all right. And as I
Golden
start to walk
boy.
We
towards
should be friends.
the tree.
I would love for us to be friends.
Okay.
With
let's all
you.
just-
Felix
Calm
is gonna
down.
hang down from the
A
tree
minute.
by his legs, where he's like hanging upside down.
Jump.
I'm Vilix. Vilix Thrawn.
I'll catch you.
Don't.
As I reach out my
not
long,
go.
spindly fingers.
You're
Vilix,
like right
Almo-
underneath.
almost like almost in a net, like that could definitely. I'll catch you,
Vilix, hold on now.
Vilix.
You're gonna jump into a stranger's arms, no less a stranger that looks like him. I mean, he's got to be some sort of bad omen, not good, voodoo-esque. I don't even know.
Honestly, he's less than a stranger than you are because he told me his name. and I
I'm
don't
not
even know
asking you to
yours.
jump in my arms. I'm asking you to stay away from him. I think those are two completely different things that are, in fact, exactly opposite of each other.
Vilix, who are you gonna trust? The skinless one or the one with skin? And I'll put my fingers in my mouth and kind of just like stretch my mouth skin just a little too much.
He's got a point. You don't really have any skin.
That
I love your character so much. I love you.
that was the criteria you were going off of.
It
All right,
makes
sure.
sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. You can. No, Vilix. He's trying to steal you.
He's trying to steal me.
Yeah, he's trying to steal you.
Zeno, do you steal orphans? To be honest with me.
I don't
you
think
an
I've ever
orphan
stolen an orphan specifically.
I'm rolling an insight check.
Please do.
May I roll an insight check?
Yep, go for it.
Okay. I'm specifically seeing not if he's stolen orphans, but that if he's stolen any body.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I rolled.
That's a 14 with my modifier.
Got a
Okay,
19.
go ahead and
Sorry.
tell him.
I got a 19.
What does he know?
There might be a hint of maybe having stolen something, but you don't know if that itself is a lie or not.
Fair enough.
You can trust me, Vilix. We're
No.
friends.
I would hope that you would trust neither of us. That seems like the most logical explanation. Reasonable choice here. You don't have to trust anybody. You can just stay up in that little tree. We can all go our separate ways.
Listen, my head kind of hurts right now. And I think it's because all the blood is going there. So someone needs to catch me.
I'm ready. I've been waiting.
Fine. I'll make a deal with you. I won't fall into my new friend's arms if you tell me what your name is.
Me? You're looking at me?
Yeah.
The name is Silas. Silas Grimhawk.
It's nice to meet you, Silas.
Pleasure.
Now, come catch me before I piss out.
Wait, I'm supposed to catch him.
And then I drop from the tree.
I would drop my rifle and I would attempt to catch him.
What are the chances that your rifle randomly goes off?
I would say if I roll my misfire, it goes off. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
So I'm
Do
just
you want
gonna
to
do-
explain the mechanics because you are not
Yes.
a typical D&D class?
Yeah.
What are the mechanics?
So I carry firearms, and the mechanics are there is a base number that if I roll that on the dice, regardless of my modifier, if I roll that number on the dice or lower, my gun misfires. When I'm using it as an action to shoot something, that means typically the gun doesn't go off. But in a situation like this would be the opposite, which is the gun wouldn't function as normal and would, in essence, go off. And there are certain things that make the gun either more likely to misfire or less likely to misfire, including like how dirty the gun is and how fresh the rounds are. And right now, I think it's at its max. So, with everything considered, it's lever action. It is dirty. It is old ammo. So it will be a misfire of I think a 4. But let's just say 5 for fun because, sometimes old guns are finicky. I like living on the edge. This is just a straight roll.
Yeah, just a
no
straight
modifier.
roll, no mods.
Nah.
Okay.
God dang it.
Dang it, indeed. The gun
So
doesn't go off.
Yeah, it doesn't go off.
I don't just like throw it. I drop it gently-ish enough to where I know that it won't go off.
Okay.
And
And the ground is kind of soft too. It
Yeah.
soaks up a lot of the.
And I
the
try and
foam.
catch Vilix.
Okay.
What do I roll? Do I roll anything?
I'm trying to Dex or strength.
Okay, Dex, I'm not very strong. I'm just bone.
Okay, so you're trying to get to him.
Gotcha.
Can
Makes
I cast Mage Hand even though I can't carry more than 10 pounds? Can I try and give my friend Silas here advantage by kind of maybe pushing Vilix in the direction towards Silas?
Yeah, I love that.
I would love to do
And-
that.
Okay. And now, as you cast Mage Hand, I don't know what your hand normally looks like, but you see that it now appears to be these long, bony fingers. You can almost see flesh hanging off of this magical hand. It appears to be wrapped in some kind of something, and this is not what it normally appears to be. But you see now
Interesting.
in this place that it appears to be a dead hand that you conjure to help in this situation.
Very interesting.
Okay, now Silas, go ahead and roll with advantage.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I had it all set up.
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
That would be a
Dang.
15 with my modifier.
Okay, and you're able with the 15, you're able to catch him, and you can make it there in time, and you're able to grab him, and kind
Okay.
of, because what is your strength score?
-1.
So it's a 9 or an 8?
Yeah, it's a 9.
A 9. So yeah, you
Sorry, it's an 8.
it's an 8.
Yeah.
Okay,
Me too.
we got a lot of strong people here.
See, we should be friends.
My strength's an 8 as well.
Oh my god.
Let's
I don't think I've ever been in a campaign where everybody's strength is below 10.
I haven't.
Oh my gosh, that is
Yeah.
awesome.
We're
Phenomenal.
smoky
So-
boys.
So, luckily for you, Vilix is small and he's skinny
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't weigh a whole lot. And so, even with a score of 8, you're able to steady him.
Okay.
You might not be able to like catch him and just like hold him,
Yeah.
kind of, but you're
No,
able
I
to
might-
catch him from falling, and his feet
I-
kind of hit the ground and
I'm
stuff.
just trying to
so.
slow his fall. Really,
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to do, and so I
And-
don't really hold on to him either.
Okay, and that's accomplished.
Okay, sweet.
And as you do so, as you grab onto Vilix, would you like to explain
Yeah.
what happened?
I was actually hoping you weren't gonna make me do it this time, but here we are.
What happened? What?
Sorry, let me pull it up. All right. As my bony hands are touching you, even for the brief moment that it is, you feel odd, feel something's off, and you take 5 necrotic damage.
What?
Yeah. Just 5. I didn't mean
Just
to roll
just from touching you, huh?
again.
Touching me.
Who's got their secrets?
And I would say that, like, as I like slow his fall, right?
Mhm.
Like I don't catch him, hold on to him, but like I slow his fall, and then as he like lands, I kind of rest my hands on his shoulders
Okay,
and like
to kind
look
of
at
yeah.
him, you know, and be like, "You okay, kid?" You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And now
And
this,
that's the instant where that happens, right? And so you
Yeah.
can describe what it feels like. I wouldn't know what it feels like, but
yeah, this is something you've actually never felt it either.
okay.
But you feel as you touch Vilix's shoulders, you can feel an energy coming from inside of him, going through your hands to your chest, as
Ugh.
if you're pulling some of his life force. And Vilix, you feel as if some of your life force has been pulled from you as he grabs you on the shoulders.
Did I like fall? Am I on the ground, or did you actually catch me?
No, he caught you. You're standing next to
Okay,
him.
cool.
You're standing, so I'm not holding you, but like
He basically
got
like
you.
caught you,
Next to
slowed
me
your
on your
fall.
I got you. Like
Yeah.
caught him like by the armpits. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
And
kind
this-
of raised him down.
yeah.
I see.
This demon dead hand also assisted. By the way, what color would it appear as?
I think it would be like a reddish purple.
Okay. So you see this kind of reddish purple dead hand assist to this as this skeletal figure catches you and you feel your life force sucked from you, and now you're standing in between the both of them.
What a chaotic moment.
Yeah.
Just this skull with black dead eyes. Just no eyes. It's just vacant.
Can you guys cast magic?
I
What?
I can. Can
No.
you?
You can what? And
You
I
didn't
kind of
see
like,
the hand?
and I let go and sort of just look at Zeno. You what now? Magic.
You've never heard of it?
Now I've heard of magic. All right, like pulling bunnies out of the hat, sawing a girl in half, stuff like that, right?
That sounds barbaric.
Smoke and mirror, and I kind of gesture at the grotesque hand, and that isn't.
If I'm being honest, it doesn't normally look like that when we use that. It generally looks more like this, and I'll open up my hand, but my fingers kind of bend too far, and I kind of push them back into place.
Yep. Silas, you're dead. This is hell.
And I can do stuff like this. And I reach behind Silas's ear, and I cast Prestidigitation, and I pull out a little coin.
Ooh.
See, now that I can get behind. That's the kind of magic I'm talking about. That makes perfect sense.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Silas,
makes
you
perfect
watch
sense.
you watch as this coin that he holds slowly disappears.
what about this? And I'll turn towards Vilix, and I will take some of my bandage and pull out a pin from my arm, and I will kind of start to twirl it around Vilix and cast invisibility on Vilix.
Dang.
And he's gone.
All right.
I stole him. You're still just standing right there, Vilix.
I go and I hide underneath Silas's duster. Like I pick up the back of the duster and put my head under.
What the?
And I imagine the mud is like
Get out of there!
as you're
Yeah.
walking over.
Yeah, it's not quiet at all.
All right. Get out of there! Get out of there! And I kind of like walk away. I pick up my rifle, and I don't shoulder it, but carry it, at my hip, pointed towards Zeno. All right, now that that is all done with, I guess I'm gonna be on my way. So,
Don't you want friends?
nope.
I was
want
here
friends.
to find friends. I was told there would be others.
Good luck finding those friends.
And what's your plan?
Go that way, as I point to the opposite direction that I came from.
That way goes to the orphanage.
What?
I'll look left and I'll look right. Is there, like, I'll look around me. Is there any other roads around?
No, just the one. And it's in the direction where all you came from, pointing off into the direction that Silas is saying that he'll walk.
An orphanage, Silas, is where kids go that don't have parents, and that's what an orphan is.
I know what an orphanage is. I meant, like, that's where you came from. Was that
Yeah.
that's where the orphanage is? Is that direction?
Yep. I think
Right.
so. I'm actually not very sure, to be totally honest with you.
That gives us somewhere to start. Let's head that way. Find you your orphanage. Drop you off. I turn to
I'm not
Zeno,
going back
and then
there.
You? Why not?
Because last I saw it, I think it was burning to the ground, and there were orphan stealers.
The worst kind
Which
of
is why
stealers.
I thought you blokes were going to take me.
I'm not gonna take you. I don't know about him, though. He seems a little
All right, let me get this straight.
empty.
He's
You're a
kinda
little
creep-
demon.
He's
You're a
kind of
little-
creepy looking.
Is Vilix still invisible at this point?
Yeah, I'll drop invisibility on him.
Okay. Ugh. Oh.
Boo.
Let me get this straight. And I point to Vilix. You're a little orphan demon who's running from orphan stealers from an orphanage that was burned down, who can create coins and make them disappear magically.
Yes.
And
but
you, I point to Zeno, are some voodoo doll-esque turtle man here to take who knows what, looking for friends. And I kind of like shoot him like a, really, dude, that's the word you're going to use? Look. In the middle of woods, right? Whose joints don't bend the wrong way, who can turn people invisible. Oh, and conjure dead hands. And neither of you know where we are or where we're going.
I mean, I think that about sums it up. But the shell's not mine. I just found it. And I'll look back at the shell and go skitter back into it, and you see me go down inside of it, and then all my limbs pop out, and I kind of pick it up and start walking towards you all like clink, clink,
You know
clink,
what, Z?
clink.
I'm gonna be honest. That didn't come at any bit of a surprise, but it makes it much, much worse.
We'll have to work on that. But,
There's-
I mean, I don't really know where we are, and I was told there would be others, and I'll look around. You're the only others that we see.
And I kind of turn and look at Vilix.
Yeah.
Well, kid, what's your plan? What are you doing?
I don't really know. I think I'm here to find my destiny.
All right. Okay.
What makes you say that, Vilix?
A nice old lady in a tent told me that I would find my destiny. Or something like that. I wasn't paying much attention, but I think that's what she was talking about.
Did she give you a card?
She did. And then I'll pull it out and show them the card.
I got one as well. And I'll pull it out, but I'll just show the back.
Same.
Hmm.
As I kind of pat my pocket without pulling anything out yet.
I'm glad you guys have your own cards because I thought you might try to steal my card because it's my destiny and it kind of means a lot to me.
Well, it wouldn't do us much good if it's yours, now would it?
True.
How about this? And I'll turn towards Silas. As far as I can see, there's only one path forward. So, for the time being, let's travel together. See how it goes. Who knows, maybe we'll be friends someday, but traveling companions can work for now.
Now, Zeno,
Mm-hmm.
as you turn forward to look down this trail,
Mm-hmm.
you see something shambling towards you slowly. And it looks as if it's injured in some way as it kind of limps towards you. It's much closer than you realized as you all were talking. But it's shrouded in mist.
More friends, I suppose.
Another friend? And Vilix calls out to him, "Hi, friend!"
Does it respond?
And it does not respond. There is no response.
Maybe
And
it's
I
quiet
turn
shy.
and I kind of step forward from everybody, and I don't raise my rifle, but I turn it towards the figure and I say, "Look, we're not interested in gaining any more travelers on this road. If you please kindly turn away, back to where you came from. I think I've had enough of this."
But if you're not going to steal any of us, including me, we will be friends with you.
Don't listen to the kid.
And there's no response. But as it gets closer, it steps through the mist, and you see, standing before you, a withered body with skin sagging from its bones, walking towards you with the hunger in its cold, dead eyes. Before you can do anything, it grabs its loose and rotting skin and it pulls it from its body. Then, with one quick sweep of the hand, it throws this blanket of skin towards you. And that's where we're going to end this session.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Do you think he wants to be friends with us?
I think so. I
No.
think it's an offering.
That is a peace offering for sure. Absolutely.
Felix
the
gets
breaking
it.
of breads. So Strahd.
Oh
This
my
is gonna
gosh.
be a long campaign.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified when we launch our next video. You can follow us at PG-DND _ on Instagram and at PG.DND on TikTok. You can also find us wherever you get your podcasts. And if you'd like to support us on Patreon so that we can keep doing what we're doing, find us at PG-DND or in the link below. We'll catch you next time. And as always, we love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.